Good morning. My name's Rob. I'm with Sosa Gliding Club, and I got a question earlier in the month about how to install XCSoar on a modern Android phone. It's a slightly different process for getting the maps and airspaces onto a newer Android phone compared to an older Android phone. So I'm going to go through those setup steps, and what I'm doing it on here is a Android 13 Pixel 4a. This is one of my recommended machines for running this stuff on. It's running Android 13, which means it's got all of the broken parts of Android security that got introduced in Android 11. And we're going to be working around all of that stuff in installing the latest version of XCSoar. I'm going to share the screen from the phone. There we go. And the first thing I'm going to do is give myself a shortcut here to the Sosa Gliding Club telemetry systems on the internet for mobile users, the radio streaming stuff and garbage like that. And that's at the web address of cloud.sosaglidingclub.com/mobile. So you can see the full address up there at the top, cloud.sosaglidingclub.com/mobile. When I load that up, it gives me that complete menu of all of this stuff, and I want to keep a shortcut of that for future use. And that's with the Add to Home screen as third from the bottom on that list there. Add to Home screen. I'm going to call it Telemetry. Add that to my home screen. And there we go. There's the telemetry. I'm going to drag that over here and save it where I can easily find it. The next thing I'm going to do is within that telemetry, I'm going to go down to the very last item, which is XCSoar setup. In here, we've got the direct link to the XCSoar app right at the top. We're going to be using the Files app to copy files from downloads into the XCSoar folder. The Slack app is for you to install on your phone so that you can message people while you're at the club. The OGN Viewer app is more of an advanced thing if you want the internet-based FLARM tracking systems to have traffic appear in your XCSoar while you're flying. And then we've got the maps, airspace, and waypoints files down at the bottom. Starting with the XCSoar app, click on that and click on Install. Now we're going to find out just how fast my internet is. There we go. Once XCSoar is installed, I want to open it up so that XCSoar creates the folders and gets the permissions. So while using the app, yes, you can have permission, allow all the time. Yes, you get permission. And it has now created the folders that I'm going to copy all of the maps and waypoints into. So I can exit XCSoar. I can go back and install the Files app. Now that the Files app is installed, I can install the OGN Viewer app. Here we go. Back on my home screen, I've got those new files there. Sorry, the new apps there, and I'm just going to drag them over onto my main home screen so that they are easily accessible. There we go. And back into the telemetry site and back down into XCSoar setup as I click on Maps and it downloads the maps. And here we go. We're almost halfway there. Download complete. Swipe that away. Next, I go to the airspace. And we try going back and long press on airspace and say download link. So it downloads the file. Swipe that away, and waypoints, a long press, download link, and it downloads the file. The file is now downloaded. So I've got these 3 files now downloaded onto my phone. The challenge is going to be copying those files into the XCSoar data folder. I do that by going into the download folder on my phone, and we'll see that in the past couple of minutes, we've got all of these files downloaded. I had done this earlier, but there are the 3 files that I have now downloaded, and I'm going to copy to XCSoar. Copying. So now if I go into XCSoar and I fly, I should be able to go into config system site files, and there's my maps database to select. For my waypoints, I select. For my airspaces, I select. And I'm also going to want the FLARM device database so that I can identify FLARM targets in the air. And that's done by clicking on download. And I want the FLARMnet version. Close, close, loading the terrain file. And there we go. As you can see, we've got that red area just above Reed's Field. That means that you have the correct courtesy of Dave airspace file. We can see the numbers before the turn point names, and we see those 4 start blocks around SOSA, the 90 and the 92. That means that we have the Nationals waypoint file from this past year, and we can see the terrain with the highways and stuff. Congratulations, you have now set up your new latest version of XCSoar on an Android 13 phone. Thank you very much, and smell you later.